Hey guys, welcome to the Suicide Squad movie review. What I'll do first is break down each of the characters and talk about their flaws and their gains and losses in the movie. So, first off, Killer Croc. He's a literal beast, so when you go watching this movie, don't expect him to be like a human being. He kind of acts a little bit more animalistic. He enjoys devouring his enemies. So what he likes to do is as he's fighting people, he would just chomp down on them, and he will like lick his lips and lick his teeth. Like he's pretty crazy, and he enjoys it. He's not like doing it because it's just an instinct. He truly enjoys what he does, and it's so funny seeing him wearing street clothes, yet he's somewhat of an animal, really. So you're gonna enjoy him. Another thing I like to remind people is that Harley Quinn really adores him. Harley Quinn wants him as a pet. So that's just a little side stuff for you. Um, Rick Flag, obviously, he's somewhat okay. So Deadshot is the head of the the squad, full of you know bad people who are doing something good so that they can gain something. So Deadshot's the leader of that. However, the leader overall, the one who makes sure that the squad is going about their mission in the right way, the one that makes sure that the squad's not trying to escape, is Rick Flag. He is the second, well, he's the right hand man of Amanda Waller. And he's also Katana's. He's also okay. His bodyguard is Katana because he is in a group full of really super powerful uh, people. I guess you can say. I mean, with the exception of Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn is able to. Harley Quinn, you'll be surprised. She knows a lot of gymnastics, and not just like dumb gymnastics. Like she can really maneuver and twirl and get herself out of things. So there's gonna be okay. I don't want to stray too far off. So basically, Rick Flag has Katana by his side. So Katana is his right hand man, and they are a right hand woman, and they are in this together to try and make sure that the squad do the job that they were tasked to do. Slipknot, well, let's just say he's my least favorite because he's the least interesting. I mean, the actor that's playing him did what he could, but overall, Slipknot dies anyways because he tries to escape. So that right there is great because that's another character we don't really have to focus on. Diablo, there's something there's something excuse me, sorry. There's something great about Diablo. Of course he's a gang member, but a a malevolent not malevolent, a spirit bonded with him. It's a fiery spirit. Now, back when back when Diablo was just a regular human gang member, he was kind of a pyro. He was a pyro. Like he wanted to ignite things on fire and set cars and houses on fire. And so the spirit, this entity decided to bond with him because perfect. He loves fire and the entity is made out of fire. But here's the thing, Amanda Waller got something on him. It's his daughter. So Amanda Waller has a big threat. The threat she will go ahead and do. The threat is to have, and this is supposed to be illegal, yet like Amanda Waller, they're already doing something legal by hiring these criminals, but they gotta do what they gotta do. And Amanda Waller tells each one of these guys that listen, if you don't listen to me, not only will you die, but first, the people that you love will suffer. Like she's that hardcore. She's scary. She really is. Anywho, I'm just like go. So that's my Amanda Waller talk. Um, Diablo, despite that he's one of the most powerful, he he kind of doesn't he hesitates to use his powers because one time he did it, he killed a bunch of innocent women and children, and it kind of traumatized him. So that's one of the things about Diablo, and you'll see this in the movie. And Boomerang, he is a racist piece of, and guess what? He's fun. He's super fun. So you guys will love him. You love his his boomerang throwing skills. Like, he's just fun, and he has this holster with he has a holster for his beer. It's so funny. And every time he pulls open his jacket, there's always something new in there that he can use. It's so funny. It's almost like a gag. But and then of course Deadshot. Um the cool thing about Deadshot, he has this wristband or whatever, and it's a gun and it shoots stuff. It's not practical, but in this universe it is. And yeah, like, and the thing about Deadshot is like he does bad things so that he can support his dying daughter. So that's pretty good and bad at the same time, I guess. And for the Joker, should I save the Joker for later? No, I'll just do it now. Since you've already seen the Joker. Here's the thing about the Joker. Not only is he a businessman, but he doesn't say anything really. I know this sounds crazy, but he's a man of few words, even though he has words tattooed all over his body. He doesn't say much, but when he does, you better listen. And what he likes to do is every person, all his goons, everyone, he forces them to kiss his ring. And okay, so he has a ring with the letter J, obviously, and he makes people kneel down and kiss the ring before talking to him or after leaving. It's pretty hilarious. Not only that, but like, he has a smiley face tattooed, like a wicked smiley face tattooed on his wrist or on top of his hand. And what he does is he covers his mouth and it looks like he's grinning because the tattoo is a tattoo of a grinning, scary mouth. So that was pretty unique. I haven't seen that truly, so that was pretty good. And yeah, so let's talk about Harley. Harley, not only is she a badass, not only is she into gymnastics and stuff like that, but she's pretty cool. And honestly, she doesn't take a backseat ride. She's not just some girl or some sidekick to Joker. She is an equivalent of Joker. Like, you would be really really surprised. Like, she holds she holds her own next to Joker, and that's what we need. We need like a Bonnie and Clyde type of feel to these guys. So um let's talk about Enchantress. Now, with Enchantress, she's a doctor. She works for the military. She works for the Pentagon. And the thing about Enchantress, she's normal. However, when she does her she can evoke her abilities pretty much. So, like, Amanda Waller would have her like demonstrate her powers, and then she how they did her power was pretty cool. Like, oh man, there's so much I can't even. It's okay. So basically, the succubus entity possessed her while she was like, like hiking and stuff like that. A a goddess witch or whatever possessed her, and now lives in her body, and she can call it on command if she wants. But once she calls it on command, she's no longer her. June Moon, I think is her name or something, is no longer. She's no longer that once she calls upon the Enchantress spirit. Um, and what you'll be surprised because you're thinking that Enchantress is the bad guy. It's not. So I'm sure you've already heard of the adversaries. Uh, She basically her okay, not June's brother, but the Enchantress, the spirit that possesses her, the Enchantress. Her brother is the incubus, and he wants power over all. And pretty much it's just kind of basically he wants to take over the world, obviously. And so succubus, excuse me, so the enchantress doesn't want that to happen because she doesn't want the world to end. So that's where all of this is coming about. It's pretty it's a pretty unique storyline to the DC universe, the cinematic universe. So it's pretty cool. You guys are gonna love it. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the movie. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So everything with the Joker, everything with Harley, all those are flashbacks. With Batman, they're all flashbacks. They are to the time before Harley became crazy, and then Harley became crazy, and the Joker dips her in acid, blah blah blah. The Joker pretty much seduces her while because she was supposed to be a psychiatrist for him, and she ends up being seduced, and she's just as crazy as him anyway to begin with. Um, what I love about this movie is that hello, Harley Quinn does some amazing things. There's a point where she's wearing a gold dress at a nightclub, and her job is to distract the mafia so that the Joker can steal some money. And it's so cool because you see some people wearing these Batman costume, which is so funny. Um, but the truth is, Batman pretty much, this is the past. Batman is finding them, is seeking them. So Harley Quinn decides to create an elaborate scheme to distract Batman so that the Joker can escape. So she's one of those people, and that's how Harley was caught by Batman. And eventually Batman ends up catching the Joker and putting him away as well. Um, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say about Harley? I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. What did he do? I'm trying to think what she did for that movie, or in that movie. So basically, everything, those are all flashbacks. Now let's go to the present time. The present time, the gang, the Suicide Squad now, they're on their way on a mission to save. They're on their way on a mission to save Enchantress and release her from her brother's grasp. And because if the brother merges with Enchantress for sure, then the world is gonna be pretty much in big trouble. So that's why the Suicide Squads are there to rescue the Enchantress. So Enchantress is not the enemy. However, her powers combined with her brothers does create an opponent basically. And overall, this movie is fun. You're gonna enjoy it. Um, you'll be shocked. Now, think about this, okay? He has Mr. J, Joker. J. Think about that letter. Somebody died with that letter. And that was Jason Todd. He is Mr. J. That's the reveal. He is it. It's pretty twisted. It's pretty fun. Like, this whole movie took me on a roller coaster ride. I was so intrigued. I was so, like, it did more for me than Batman did. Now, than Batman v Superman. Now, with Batman v Superman, the only one that really got me kind of on the edge of my seat was every time I saw Wonder Woman. However, with this movie, Suicide Squad, I was on the edge of my seat. In fact, I wasn't even on my seat the whole time. Like, I had such a blast watching this movie. All I gotta say is, you guys watch it again on IMAX. It is phenomenal. Oh gosh, there's not much I can say. This Comic-Con thing they just released so many so many teasers for it, but that it still didn't give away the movie. If you guys go over there, you'll see. Also, question: why is the Joker barefoot most of the time? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Also, the Joker is pretty materialistic, as you can tell already. He's very hip and stuff, but he likes to buy designer clothes, Versace, Dolce and Gabbana. Like, he's one of those type of people. It's pretty cool. Well, it's funny. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed the movie for when you do see it yourself. Remember, subscribe, like, and have a great day.